So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the best time to buy the current re-release promo cards and best of team of the week. So just before the video does start, a quick little ad on a trading service I offer over on Twitch for the cheapest trading guides out there for just £4, €4, all free with Amazon Prime. You'll receive daily trading and investing guides covering PlayStation, Xbox and PC with an array of methods covering all budgets. And I've been trading for over 10 years, making over 100 million in multiple different FIFAs. And now for the last 4 years, I've made 10 million coins in just the first month. So in today's video, what we're going to be doing is talking about the best time to go and buy the current best of campaign and the current best of team of the week, and when you're going to go and sell them to maximize your profit. So first off, let's go and talk about last year's trends, because last year's trends is how we work out this year's trends. Now, last year's trends, we've got two sets of players to look at. Those are the team of the weeks that got re-released, and for that example, we're going to be using the likes of João Cancelo and the likes of Neymar. These were re-released team of the weeks, just like how we had team of the weeks re-released this year. And then I'm going to be using the promo that was released on the Friday, as in another trend of what happened when cards went out of packs. So what is the difference between, I guess, this year's and last year's trends straight out the door? First thing is that the best of team of the week was released on the Friday and went out of packs on Tuesday last year, whereas this year it went in packs on Wednesday and goes out of packs on Friday, so it's out a lot longer. The best of promo we didn't get last year, but it's kind of comparable to the actual promo that gets released on Friday, where the best of promo was released on Thursday this year and goes out of packs next Friday, whereas the promo was obviously Friday to Friday. So just some things to be aware of. So first off, let's talk about how the best of team of the week were last year. So basically they just dropped and dropped and dropped and dropped every day through to Sunday. They dropped from the likes of 146k all the way down there to 77k, and then rebounded all the way up there to 114 2 weeks later. So we can see right there, 27th all the way there to the 6th. So a nice rise there for the best part of about 10 days. We can look with Neymar. Again, Neymar's a bit more of an expensive player, so there's kind of slightly different trends with the more expensive players. And there we can see that Neymar, again, dropped the Saturday to the Sunday to the Monday, and then only rebounded till about the Tuesday, Wednesday, and then went down because of the promo that we got on the Friday. So the cheap team of the weeks basically dropped all the way through to the Sunday, Monday, and then rebounded for 2 weeks. The expensive players dropped through to Sunday, Monday, and then rebounded only to Friday because they got replaced by the promo cards. Which means if I was to go and segment these players, I'll be honest with you, with how cheap team of the weeks are this year, I don't think there's actually anyone there that I don't think would rise for 2 weeks, as long as the promo we get next Friday isn't too crazy. Because we don't have any million coin team of the weeks. I think the most expensive one is Valverde, but even still, I think he's still half the price. He's still about half the price Neymar was last year, so I would personally back all these players rising for 2 weeks out of packs, which makes some nice little investments. So the buy time on them is going to be Sunday about 10 PM through to Monday 4 PM. The reasons for that is because we should get loads of SBCs on the Friday, Saturday, and then the Sunday, which allows them to be nice and low on the Sunday. But then after 6 PM content on Monday, we should see them rise, because sometimes the content is underwhelming on a Monday, and therefore we see the market rise. So we believe the buy time again is going to be Sunday 10 PM through to 4 PM on the Monday. Now, which team weeks do I think are going to have the best return on investment? Well, I think one of the things you want to look at is what sort of rise did we see, I think it was on Wednesday. Because a lot of these players crashed on the Wednesday, but then they had a really good rebound. For example, Rodrigo crashed down to 82k, but then rebounded all the way up to 115k. This shows that there's really good demand for Rodrigo, and that he's being panic sold a lot more than there is demand. Whereas if we look at someone like Van Dijk, yes, he would have had a drop and a rebound, but is the percentage going to be as high as Rodrigo? There's a very low chance of that. So we look on Wednesday, we saw the same sort of drop there to 460, but he only rebounded to 490. I mean, he's rebounded to 520 right now. So the percentage rise is going to probably be half the percentage rise on Rodrigo, which means if you want the best return on investment, you're going to be looking at the cheapest cards. Now, there's a few cards that aren't good to buy because they are literally SBC fodder, and because they're literally SBC fodder, the weekly demand would have naturally got lower, but because they're SBC fodder, they didn't allow them to drop lower. These are players such as Lamptey, where we can see that Lamptey is literally the same price as Discard Informs, and because he's the same price as the Discard Informs, we can see that he naturally would be lower if it was for only weekly demand. Right here you can see another Discard Inform is 42k, and that's the price of Lamptey. Which means even though Lamptey is a cheap team of the week, he isn't a good one to go with. The players that we're looking for are kind of going to be like your mid-tier players. So if we go look at the likes of Goretzka, he's a good buy because discards are 42, but he's 68, so he's cheap. but he's not cheap enough to the point where he would naturally be cheaper if there wasn't an SBC keeping him up. So my recommendations from the current team of the week would be Inform Doku, Inform Goretzka, Inform Rodrigo, Inform Krejci had a great rebound, and then I'd probably just go Inform Bellingham. So you should be able to hold these cards for 2 weeks unless we get a really good promo next Friday, but I would gamble against that looking at last year's trends. You would then go and sell these cards, I'd say, so you'd be holding for about 10 days. So you're going to go and buy on the Sunday, Monday, and you're going to sell the following Tuesday, Wednesday. The best of campaign was dropped on the Thursday and is in packs all the way through to Friday. I'm personally comparing this trend to the likes of the promo cards that came out on Black Friday and were in packs for a week, because it's the same trend, just they're in packs one day before that. And that takes us to the likes of RTFWs. So these came out, you can see Friday the 25th on November. That is Black Friday. We can see they dropped Friday to Saturday, Saturday to Sunday, Sunday to Monday. So even though they're in packs all the way through to, Friday, here, they went up. Because this is kind of the trend for all promo cards. So if the current promo of Road to the World Cup cards, which again came out on the Friday and went out packs on the Friday, I think you're going to see the exact same trend with the likes of the best of campaign cards, where I think we're going to go and see these being the cheapest Sunday 10 PM through to Monday 4 PM. Now this is quite interesting because there's actually a few subcategories of trends within the best of campaign. And one of those reasons is because some of these players are RTTKs, and RTTKs literally play the week they're in packs. So Kalulu, Bonucci, Osherman, Saka, Bruno Fernandes and Haaland are all going to play next week, which means they'll have different trends to the other promo cards because, of course, with RTTKs, depending on if you win your games, lose the games, or draw the games, depends how they go. And because they play on Tuesday, this means that there's a really, really fast flip on these cards. And there's two players that I think are really good to go for. And those players are the likes of Kalulu and the likes of Bruno Fernandes. Now the reason for this is because these guys are going to get an upgrade if they win their next game, meaning there's quite a lot leaning or relying on the next game. As a result of that, there can be some decent hype. So Kalulu and Bruno Fernandes are really good buys. Again, it's the exact same time. It's going to be Sunday 10 PM through to Monday 4 PM. But your sell time of these is going to be before the games. So I would probably be selling these players probably around about 3-4 PM the day they play, which gives you a lot of wiggle room for these cards to, if they are going to get panic sold, you're not really going to be selling anywhere near the panic sell. The nice thing is, if you go and sell these cards on the Tuesday and the Wednesday, then you can go and reinvest in Team of the Weeks and other promo cards that maybe aren't up so much, because again, we expect to see a very sharp rebound on these cards because of the hype around the upgrades coming this week. And then regarding the other cards, again, you're going to buy Sunday 10 PM through to Monday 4 PM. Who do I think are going to be the best to buy? Now, your best players or the best return on investment are normally on the players who are 200k and less. Now, there are a lack of players who are 200k and less in this promo, but because it's the cheaper cards that normally perform the best in terms of ROI, and interesting enough, there really aren't many cheap cards in this promo, or at least middle tier cards. The best cards to go for are going to be the likes of João Cancelo and the likes of Musiala, because these are only your only 200 to 300k players, and again, these will have the best return on investments. So you are going to go and buy these players Sunday 10 PM through to Monday 4 PM, and then sell them in 1 week's time, the following Tuesday, Wednesday, for whatever they're going for. Now getting on to where the current team of the week. The problem is a lot of these are SBC fodder. I mean, everyone on the bench is SBC fodder apart from Coman. Give or take, anyone in the starting 11 is SBC fodder apart from Araujo. Robinson will end up becoming SBC fodder. Barella will be fodder. Diaz will be fodder. Slobsky will be fodder. You then only really have the likes of, that leaves you with Coman, Araujo and Bon Matip and the likes of Salah. Now again, Salah is probably going to be too expensive to have a great rise. Bon Matip kind of already has double supply because she's got this card as well, meaning I wouldn't be so much of a fan of this card. Also with Bon Matip, we're getting ourselves a flashback De Jong this week, and obviously that will decrease the demand for midfielders, especially Barcelona midfielders. I think Araujo is going to be a great investment, especially if we don't have De Jong coming out before the buy time on Araujo, which again is going to be 10 PM Sunday, 3 to 4 PM on Monday. I think this is going to be one of the best buys you can probably buy this week, just because he should do well out packs anyway, because he's a super well demanded card, and he's literally one of the only special link investments you can get to De Jong, so I think he's a nice card there. I also do think Coman is going to be a decent investment. The worry I have with Coman is the likes of St. Maxim, so if you can buy Coman, let's say St. Maxim comes on the weekend and you can go and buy Coman on the Sunday, Monday after St. Maxim's out, perfect, because then you don't have to worry about the demand of St. Maxim coming out. If not, don't buy Coman. There's plenty of other players you can go and buy. You don't have to go and force buying Coman. Because of Kane. St. Maxim might come out and he's 150k and crash this card. So with the team of the week, same trend. We're going to go and buy Sunday 10 PM through to Monday for Anakin. And the best investments there are Rakio and Koeman. And that, I'd say, wraps it up for all the special cards that are going to get re-released. I will have a video tomorrow regarding what to do buying the Thunderstruck, because it's always going to kind of depend on when the Thunderstruck cards can get upgraded. But that is going to wrap it up. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video.